Hi, and welcome back to Plating It with Wendy, where I share with you recipes which impress with ease. Today we're making butter chicken, which is traditionally known as Murgh Makhani. It's made with flavorfully grilled tandoori chicken that is simmered in a velvety, smooth and buttery tomato sauce. I'm going to share with you how I make butter chicken at home. So let's get started. For this recipe, we're going to go in with 2 chicken breasts, which is approximately 500 grams. And you could even use chicken thighs if you wanted. And I've cut it into thin slices. So we're first going to make the tandoori chicken, and for that we're going to marinate the chicken with 1 teaspoon of ginger paste, half a tablespoon of garlic paste, 1/4 cup of thick yogurt, and to that we're going to add 1 tablespoon of Kashmiri Chili Powder, half a teaspoon of Cumin powder, half a tablespoon of Coriander powder, 1/4 teaspoon of Tumeric powder, half a teaspoon of Garam Masala, 1 teaspoon of Amchur Powder, 1 tablespoon of freshly squeezed lemon juice, half a tablespoon of oil, and you can add salt to taste. Now let's mix it all together and make sure that all the pieces of the chicken get well coated with the marinade. Now we're going to allow this to marinate for at least half an hour while we prepare the sauce. For the sauce, in a heavy bottom heated pot, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of oil. And once the butter is melted, we're going to toss in 3 Kashmiri chilies, and we're going to saute that a little bit. And now we're going to add in 1 large onion, which I finely sliced. You could even dice the onion if you wanted, but we're going to be putting it into a blender and pureeing it, so it really doesn't make a difference. And we're going to saute this till the onion turns translucent. Now that the onions have turned translucent, we're going to add in half a tablespoon of ginger paste and 1 tablespoon of garlic paste. And now we're going to continue sauteing it till the ginger and the garlic lose their raw flavor and the onions turn a light golden color. Now that the onions have got a nice golden color, we're going to add in 2 tablespoons of Kashmiri Chili Powder, 2 teaspoons of Cumin powder, 2 teaspoons of Coriander powder, half a teaspoon of Tumeric powder, 1 teaspoon of Garam Masala, and we're going to saute this just for a little bit. To this we're going to add 6 to 7 tomatoes, which I've coarsely chopped. Now let's give that a mix. And when you're buying the tomatoes, make sure that they're nice and red and they're a little bit on the softer side. An alternative would be to use canned tomatoes, but definitely fresh tomatoes are the best. Now for that rich flavor, we're going to toss in 30 cashew nuts, which is approximately 50 grams. And we're also going to add about 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. And to balance the flavors, we're going in with 1 tablespoon of sugar. And to bring out all the flavors, we're going to season it with salt. And you can season to taste. I'm going with approximately about a teaspoon. Let's give that a mix. Now we're going to pour in about 1/4 cup of water. Give it a quick mix again. And now we're going to cover it up and allow it to cook till the tomatoes turn really soft, by which time all the flavors would have got a chance to blend together. Occasionally you want to take off the lid and give it a stir. It's been about 12 minutes and the tomatoes seem to become nice and soft. So now it's time for us to take it off the heat and allow it to cool before we put it into the blender. And now while the sauce mix is cooling, let's cook up the chicken. To a heated skillet on medium heat, we're going to toss in half a tablespoon of butter and about 2 tablespoons of oil. And let's just move the butter around till it melts and blends with the oil. Now we're going to add in our marinated chicken. And we're going to do this in 2 batches because we don't want to overcrowd the pan. Now you could either cook the chicken for about 10 minutes in the pan, or if you wanted, you could put it in your oven or even cook it on a barbecue. Now let's turn it over and allow it to cook on the other side. Now that the chicken has cooked, we're going to take it out and put it into a bowl before we cook up the second batch. And now that the second batch is cooked, we're going to take out the pieces of chicken and add it to the bowl. Now the chicken is cooked and the sauce mix has cooled. So let's put it into the jar of the blender and blend it up. Now let's puree the sauce, and if we require, we can add some water. Just going to add some water to that. And now let's blend it up again. And now let's bring the butter chicken together. So we're first going to toss in half a tablespoon of butter into a heated pot. And to that we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of oil. And once the butter has melted, we're going to toss in 1 green chili, which I've just chopped into 2 pieces. Just going to saute that a bit. And 1 tablespoon of Kashmiri Chili Powder. And we're going to just give that a quick mix to just warm up the spices and bring out the flavor. And now we're going to lower the heat, and to get that silky smooth sauce, we're going to pass the sauce that we had ground in the blender through a sieve. And I did add about 2 cups of water to get it to a fine consistency. And now we're just going to put a little pressure to get it through. Now if you feel that your sauce is smooth enough without passing it through a sieve, you could always skip this step. But I like doing this because you want it really smooth when you eat it. After all, it's got to be like butter. And all this is what we're going to discard. We've got all the flavor from it already. I've added about a cup of water to the jar and just swirled it around to get out all that is left behind. And we're going to add it in as well. And now we're just going to give that a quick stir and allow it to simmer. And in that time, let's cut up the chicken. I'm going to cut the chicken into smaller pieces. Now that the sauce has come to a simmer, we're going to add in the chicken. This is looking absolutely delicious. And now you don't have to go to a restaurant to enjoy it. You can make it at home. And now we're going to add 1 teaspoon of Tandoori Methi, and we're just going to crush it between our palm before adding it in. And 1 teaspoon of Garam Masala. Let's just give that a mix. Now let's give it a taste and check whether we need to add any of the seasonings. So we're going to go in with some salt and some more sugar. Let's just give that a mix. And now to finish it off, we're going to toss in 1 tablespoon of butter and 1/4 cup of fresh cream. I'm sure you're drooling by now. And just before you take it off the heat, add in some finely chopped cilantro or coriander. Give it a mix. And your butter chicken is ready. And now let's plate our butter chicken. We're going to take spoonfuls of the butter chicken and put it into a traditional bowl. Let's drizzle on some fresh cream and garnish it with finely chopped coriander. Oh my goodness! Look at that! And now it's time to give the butter chicken a taste. But before we do that, if you're new to my channel or haven't subscribed already and enjoy trying out recipes that turn out right every time, you're at the right place. So go ahead, press that subscribe button, and while you're at it, if you hit the bell icon, you'll be the first to get notified every time I upload a new video. Okay, now let's give the butter chicken a taste. Wow, it's looking so delicious. It's so creamy. Can't wait. Just going to take some of that naan and dig in. Wow, just look at that. Ooh. Wow, this butter chicken is absolutely amazing. The sauce is so velvety smooth, and the chicken, it's loaded with flavor. So now if you want to try out authentic Indian food, hop onto my website, platingitwithwendy.com, or you can hit on the link in the description box below for the full written recipe. Thanks for watching. See you soon.